I tried publishing 4 books in 4 months using AI, and every single month, my royalties doubled. That's not supposed to happen in self publishing, and it had nothing to do with writing better books. I thought quality was everything until I tried publishing 4 books in 4 months with AI. And what actually worked surprised me. Most authors are told to slow down, take your time, perfect every chapter. So I decided to do the opposite. I set a challenge, publish 4 books in 4 months, using AI as part of the process, and see what would really happen. Not in theory, but in real data. And what I discovered completely changed how I think about writing, publishing, and making money as an author. Before I did this, I believed all the same things that most writers believe about rapid publishing. So let's break them down, myth versus reality. Number one, the first myth that I had to overcome: quality drops with speed. So, does the quality drop when you publish fast? The reality is, long gaps kill momentum between book series. Readers don't leave because your writing suddenly got worse. They leave because 6 months went by and they forgot your story existed. Myth number two: AI ruins creativity. The reality is, AI enhances your creativity. AI didn't replace my ideas, it removed the blank page paralysis. And it let me spend more time being more creative and making more creative decisions. Myth number three: you need years between releases. The reality is, consistent releases in a short period of time work better. Every new release didn't reset momentum, it stacked on top of the last one. Speed didn't hurt my books, waiting would have. Honestly, the hardest part wasn't learning a new system. It was unlearning what I thought real authors were supposed to do. Once I stopped arguing about whether AI was good or bad, everything changed because I stopped using it randomly and I started using it in a traditional way. And I developed a system that I have taught called the 20-60-20 book writing framework. Let me explain to you how this whole thing works. The first 20% is what I call the irreplaceable work. This is work that can only be done by you. This is where you define the vision of the book, the core idea, the promise, the outline, your beliefs, your positioning, your voice. This is where you dictate your stories, your frameworks, and your perspectives. This is stuff that AI can't create. And truthfully, if this part is weak, the entire book collapses, no matter how good the AI is at writing. The next 60% is accelerated work. This part is done by AI. This is where AI assists you. AI helps draft the chapters, expand the outlines, and move fast, using your direction and your voice constraints. AI isn't inventing ideas here, it's executing your ideas and your stories, your frameworks at speed. And then the final 20% is craftsmanship work. This part is back on you. This is where you edit, you cut, you get rid of the fluff, you shape your tone, and you lock the voice back in. This is where the quality is protected. So the framework looks like this. The first 20% is irreplaceable work done by you, and it is your vision and your voice. That's 20%. So we have 20% vision, we have 60% speed, we have 20% craft. AI didn't lower the quality, it isolated where quality actually comes. By the way, if you want this entire system laid out step by step, I actually published a book called The 90-Day Author. And in it, I break down the entire framework. I go into detail and I show you how to go from idea to published book in 90 days. Truthfully, you could do it even sooner. And you can grab a digital copy completely free. Click the link in the description below and it's yours. And that's literally the playbook that I wish I would have had before I wasted months overthinking writing books, quite frankly. And here's what surprised me most. It wasn't how fast I could write. It was what happened after the books were published. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here is where momentum began to click into gear. So here we are in September. This is where I published book number 1, and immediately we saw a jump. Then book actually here to here. Then when we published book number 2, we got a jump to book number 3, a jump to book number 4. And so we went from August being down here to our months averaging here, and even January, which just came out, was even higher once again. And this is how you build momentum quickly. Month one, the book launched, royalties came in. Month two, I released the next book, and the royalties doubled. Month three, I released another, and they doubled again. Month four, and it just continued to move and go higher. And that's when I realized something important. The real money wasn't coming from one book. It was coming from the read through. One book sells once, a series sells itself. And when readers finish book one and book two is already there, they don't stop. They keep buying. That's the power of shortening the gap between releases. Speed didn't just help me publish faster, it changed reader behavior. Short gaps remove friction. Friction kills momentum, and momentum compounds income. And here's the cool thing, bingers are buyers. And so, as people began to read all of the books and they went through all four books in the series, they became more likely and more ready to buy into my courses and programs. So, if you're writing a series, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is to build systems that let readers move from book one to book four without waiting. That's how momentum compounds. So, here's the real lesson, the biggest leverage in publishing isn't writing better books. It's shortening the gap between releases while protecting your voice with the right system. That's what the 20-60-20 framework gave me. And if you want publishing systems that compound, follow this channel. I'll be talking more about this. And also, by the way, if you want to learn the step-by-step path to building your author business to $1 million per year, the video called The $1 Million Messenger Path right here, and I'll see you over in the next one.